Hey everyone, I'm Michelle and welcome to Wilder's Living. Today we're going to talk about 12 renter-friendly or temporary decor tips. Because I love a list and a good solution. A good portion of us live in rentals for various reasons, whether it's financial or just a season of life that we're in. We all know that the housing market has gone bonkers over the last few years. So if you are lucky enough to be in a rental with a really good price, monthly rental price, I highly suggest that you stay there and just make the best of it and fix it up as best you can and save your money, because if you try to move to another place now, you're going to be shocked when you see what rents are going for these days. So if you have good rent, just stay where you are and definitely make the best of it. I really do hope to buy another home sometime soon and fix it up. I absolutely love renovating and fixing up houses, and it'd be great if I could take you guys on that journey with me the next time that I do it. For now, I have my rental and I want to make the most of it. So I hope today that I can give you a few tips and some inspiration on what you can do with your rental if you aren't allowed to paint or put holes in the wall or do anything of a permanent nature. All of these are removable and you can either take them down or take them with you when you're done or when you leave. Let me know in the comments if you've tried any of these ideas or if you have a different idea that you want to share with everybody that you found was really useful. I'll try to add in some photos as I go so you can have a visual of what I'm talking about, and I'll also include any pictures I have of things that I've done in my own place. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about is artwork, so specifically gallery walls. And when you have large spaces of walls that you don't want to put a bunch of nails in or ruin the walls, but you do want to cover a large area and add some interest, I love a good gallery wall. I'll show here, I have a couple in my home that I do because I love just curating art and putting it together in a really fun way. And it also takes up a lot of visual space and adds a lot of interest. And what I've done with my gallery walls is I put them all up with the 3M adhesive strip. I have some here. So everyone's probably seen those 3M, the command strips. See if I can focus it for you. I don't know if it will. Anyways, you can see these guys. They come in several different sizes. So I've put most of my gallery walls up with these in various, look at the weights that they hold. But I usually I'll do like 3, like one on each corner and one in the middle on the top. And I'll just use these guys, and it's actually easier. You can reposition them easier. Once you put them down, if you take them off, you can, scooch them a little bit. So it's easier to reposition if it wasn't quite right. But it saves a lot of hassle of putting nails in the walls, especially when in this place that I'm in here, I didn't want to ruin the walls. It being brand new, I didn't want to be the one to wreck them, so I tried to use as few nails as possible throughout. So the only time I've used an actual nail or a screw is in a very heavy piece. So highly recommend these. And get out your artwork and fill up your walls with and show your personality, and it's a lot of fun to do a gallery wall, which I might do a whole video on down the road, is how to make a gallery wall, because I personally absolutely love them. They're so much fun and a great way to show your specific personality in your space, and just make the most of a blank wall. So gallery walls and art, doesn't have to be a gallery wall. You can just have 1 or 2 pieces of art throughout your place. But I highly recommend these little guys. They're great. Oh, also when it comes to artwork, another great idea is if you have larger pieces that you don't want to hang on the wall, is if you get a piece of furniture like a side table, a credenza, any kind of lower piece of furniture, you can then lean the very large pieces of art or mirrors. You can lean those on the furniture on the wall so you're not hanging them and damaging your wall. And at the same time, you can also use the 3M strips to put little smaller artworks or mirrors or whatever beside them, and that large mirror or piece of art can be part of a gallery wall even though it's not hanging on the wall. So I'll try to insert some photos of what I'm talking about, but it just helps to create a bigger space with larger pieces without damaging your walls at all. So incorporating one large piece or a couple pieces, you can also layer them. Sitting on top of the furniture, leaning on the wall, you can layer them up, plus add pieces stuck on the wall with them. And it really is a fun way to add some interest and texture and layer into your space as well. So give that a try. Number 3 are these removable command hooks. So you know how much I love the command Velcro strips. Well, here we have the hooks. You can see, like, that's just one. They come in all different sizes and colors and finishes. They're just plastic. And they go on with the adhesive, and then you stick them on. These are amazing. And honestly, every room, there's a size for any situation. I bought these ones. I'm going to use them in my bedroom behind my door, and I'm going to put a bunch up to hang my hats and scarves. And also then I can see everything I have, and I can remember to use them and wear them. So these are great for, like I said, hats and scarves, little small bags, anything you want to hang. You can hang them in your bathroom, in the hallways for your dog leash, for small purses, for coats, for you can hang them in your kitchen. Put them inside your cupboard doors. Sometimes you can get the smaller ones, and if you put those inside your cupboard doors where you can hang like your cloths, your scrubbies, whatever, you grab a bunch of these guys, and it's really going to help either fill up space if you're trying to hang either decorations of some kind, or you just want to keep organized and keep things in places where you need them when you need to access them. I think these are just the best innovation and invention that they've come up with. So no, I'm not sponsored by the company, but they do make some really amazing stuff. Okay, number 4 is peel and stick tiles. So these are the greatest concept, where you can use them on your floors, on your backsplashes. They come in so many designs and shapes and colors. If you live in a place where you have really old, out of date, either floor tiles or backsplash tiles, you can replace them, or not replace them, you can cover them with these removable peel and stick fake tiles. I'm not even joking, these are amazing, and you can get the best results with them. I did grab a couple examples to show you guys. This has like a bit of a sheen on it. This is like fake marble subway tile for your backsplash. Peel and stick, and you just pop them on each other. There's a ton of different patterns and colors you can get, and they're easy to cut. So when you're having to, you know, do corners or odd shapes, they're really easy to trim out and fit the space that you need. Came in just like a package of 4. This was from Home Depot. I just picked them up to show you as a sample. You're probably best to, if you go onto Amazon, they literally have 1,000,001 different styles and colors for you to choose from. It's a little more limited, I think, if you go into an actual store, but I wanted to show you that these are available anywhere. If you have a Home Depot or a Lowe's or anywhere near you, you can grab at least a couple of the basic styles. And then they also have ones like this. Look how beautiful it is, a black like hexagon. How great would that look in your bathroom? Isn't that nice? And this is like a really thick one too. And then another option they had was this glass skinny subway kind of mosaic tile. But that was another option, just to show you that they do have a ton of different options available. You can't bend this one like the first one I showed you, which was like just kind of a thinner plastic sheet. Whereas these actually are like tiles, but you can just stick them onto your walls. So that would look beautiful on a backsplash if you either didn't have a backsplash or you had a really ugly one that you wanted to cover up. It's not the cheapest, but if you plan on being there for a while, I think it's a really good use of your resources to feel like you're in a little more elevated space. Another option I saw, and I thought this was amazing, so cool, are these like you would see on a tin ceiling in the older historical homes. So there's these large sheets. You can see how big they are. And they're just like a really bendable plastic. They had all different patterns, and you could probably paint these as well. But These would be really cool to put on a wall or a backsplash, and you just put them on with a double-sided tape. I mean, how easy is that? How cool is that? I think these were about, I want to say $15 a sheet, so not that bad. They're a good size, but what a great option to just really elevate your space and make it really fun and funky. Okay, number 5, we have peel and stick wallpaper or murals. I'm sure everybody's heard of this right now. And if anyone's ever wallpapered an actual room with real wallpaper and paste and the trays of water and all that, you know what a mess and a pain in the butt that is. So now they've come up with peel and stick wallpaper, and you can use this stuff anywhere. It doesn't even have to be on your walls. They give you really nice cutting lines so that you can make nice even cuts. This was one I had purchased in my last house. I was going to actually use it on the risers on my stairs going upstairs because I just had a painted wood stair. So I was going to use this on the risers. I never ended up getting around to it, but it would have looked amazing. I'll insert a photo of the idea that I had for it. But this would also be really nice just on a wall. It's just this fun, kind of modern, little funky pattern. There's a million different patterns you can use. Here's another one I had bought. I was going to use somewhere and I never did. So it's just like a faux wood, like a herringbone pattern. Really simple. But these peel and stick wallpapers, they're so easy to remove afterwards. And it's a nice way just to fix up a small space that you have. And just add some interest or cover a damaged wall maybe. So you can also buy those peel and stick murals. I'll show a photo here of one that my mom actually did in her office. She's in a rental as well. She's in a beautiful place, but in her second one she just didn't want a plain white wall, so she bought this gorgeous mural and put that up in her office. And you can see what a statement it makes, but then you can get them in so many different designs and patterns. So check those out if you're looking for a way to just fill a blank wall or create just more interest in your rental. Okay, number 6. Some people don't think about this, but if you are in an older rental that has a more dated kitchen or bathroom, one easy step that you can do is change out all your knobs and hardware. It's easy just to go and buy a whole new set of knobs or handles or pulls, because that's something you can remove when you leave and take them with you and use them again in a new house or new rental, or you can sell them if you don't need them anymore. But it really does elevate the look of a tired or dated kitchen or bathroom. Just swap out to a new, more modern style of handles or knobs, whatever style that you really like, and just that's a really easy change out. They can be a little pricey, but you can get them for good deals, and also, like I said, you can take them with you and use them again, or you can sell them and get part of your money back, so they don't end up costing you an arm and a leg in the end. But it's just a fun way to add some more interest and elevate the look of your kitchen or your bathroom in your rental. So number 7, I have tall bookcases. So a lot of the times we have big blank walls, we can't do anything with them. I always encourage people to get large or tall bookcases in their space because it really adds a visual interest by filling up the wall. But tall bookshelves are great because you're not screwing actual shelving into the wall. It's freestanding, so you can move it around. You're not damaging anything, and you're also using up a lot of visual space. So bookshelves of any kind are great for any room in a rental because you can definitely take it with you when you go, and you can use it in a lot of different rooms. You can use it for storage, display, taking up a lot of white space, and just adding interest. So definitely add a bookshelf or two into your rental. Okay, number 8, I wanted to talk about lighting fixtures. Just because you're in a rental doesn't mean that you are stuck with the ugly boob light on the ceiling or the ugly vanity light in your bathroom that is really old and worn and dated. It's simple to actually replace your ceiling fixtures, your bathroom vanity lights, any sconces you might have. Buy a brand new one that you love and swap it out. A lot of people have really ugly ceiling fans and they can't stand them and they don't even want the fans. So go buy a new one, swap it out for the one that's in your rental, and when you leave, you can remove it and take it with you, and you can either sell it or reuse it again as well. So go buy a light that you actually love, replace the ugly one that's in your rental, and just it really elevates your space, and honestly, you'll just love looking at it every day a whole lot more. So number 9 is rugs. A lot of rentals will definitely have ugly flooring, whether it's an old linoleum, maybe an ugly carpet. Just a lot of older places will have older flooring that are just not, they're not cute. Don't be afraid to layer rugs over rugs. If you have a place with an ugly rug that's a wall-to-wall carpet, you can still buy a really large rug that looks a lot nicer and lay that over. Get this as big as you can possibly afford and add that rug to cover up and hide the ugly one that's underneath. If you have a lot of linoleum or hardwood flooring that isn't just not a color that works for you, then don't be afraid to add the runners and add area rugs. Another cheap solution for filling a large room with a carpet is you don't have to buy an area rug. Sometimes if you go to a rug store, you can buy just like a wall-to-wall carpet, but they can cut it to a specific size, and then they can also bind it so it becomes an area rug. And a lot of the times that is a cheaper way of getting a really large area rug into a room, and that just gives a really great solution of covering up an ugly rug, but not as much. It won't cost you as much as buying some of the really expensive large area rugs that are out there. So look into that if that's something that works for you as well. Okay, number 10 is one that I have in my house in several places, and that's over the toilet storage. I'm sure many of you have bathrooms where there is no storage for anything. You have maybe a tiny little vanity with like 2 little cupboards, and that's it. So if you can't like nail things into the wall or screw things into the wall, then what I highly recommend is buying the over the toilet storage cabinets. I bought them for 2 of my bathrooms in this place, and I'll show pictures. And they just are a great way to add like extra toilet paper, your cleaning supplies, whatever, your makeup and products, whatever you need. They just come in so handy to like add extra storage to your bathroom without screwing anything into your walls. Actually, that's not true. I had to put in 1 anchor so that they don't fall over. So I did use 1 screw, but I'll fill it in later. It was worth it. But I mean, I can take these with me when I leave, or I can leave them behind if I don't really need them. It's a great place to keep everything hidden and still looks nice. And there's so many different styles and designs of ones that you can get. Look online at your local Home Depot or Lowe's, Walmart. There's so many places that carry them that there's a lot to choose from. Okay, number 11 is over the door storage hooks or organization or laundry bags. So over the door hooks are a great way to add any kind of organization or storage to any room. You can put them in your bathroom, your bedroom, in your hallways, in your coat closets, any room that you have. It's a great way to add a little bit more storage. I've seen over the door laundry bags. You can use those in your kids' room, so that's an easy place for them to toss their laundry instead of on the floor, and then you just grab it and go when it's laundry time. But it's also a great place to add for your coats, for bags, for dog leashes and accessories. You can hang so many things on the back of doors, which are a really underutilized area sometimes for providing storage and organization. So you can grab one, add it to any door, it doesn't ruin anything, and you can take it with you when you go. And last but not least, number 12, I wanted to touch on the outside a little bit. So whether you have a small balcony or you're in a rental home, then you have a backyard or a deck that you have access to, there's some great tips that you can use for your outdoor space that you can take with you when you go as well. So the first one I want to talk about is the floor or decking tiles. You've probably seen them at IKEA. You can also get them at the hardware stores, where they are just like interlocking either wood or plastic decking tiles. So if you just have a concrete balcony, or you have a really old ugly deck that you want to cover, you can purchase those decking tiles and you can create a whole new modern nice looking space to put your chairs and stuff on. So look for those. The second thing I would do is add in your own planters. You can add trees, or just you can plant flowers, even vegetables in them. It's a great way to make a use of your space outside and bring in some nature close to you. So I would definitely recommend bringing in planters. Those are things you can take with you when you go as well. You have to make the most of your space, especially the outdoor space, because it is an extension of what little space you might have. Add the decking tiles, add some planters, some pots, even some trees. You can add fake trees if you want. They don't have to be real. And those you don't have to worry about watering as well, and you can take those with you. So look at faux trees as well as real trees, and add some nature to your space, add some lighting and some comfy chairs and furniture, and then voila, you have a nice little nature sanctuary to enjoy in your rental. And you can take it all with you when you go. So that's my 12 tips for renters or temporary spaces that you have where you want to up level or organize. I hope you got some ideas from that. And I would also love it if you left a comment to let us know if you've tried any of these tips or tricks in your rental, or if you have another idea that you could recommend to anyone else that's watching. And if you enjoyed today's video, I'd love it if you boop that like button so that I know that you're vibing with the content I'm making. And please subscribe if you want to support the channel and be notified of any upcoming videos. It means the world to me, so thank you. Thanks for watching and have a great day, and we'll see you next time on Wildish Living.